telling you, if they only built one more turbine at the new power plant, wouldn't be a problem. But
okay, cool. So looks like I'm back. All right. We were about to have 4 attacks on Xeon. Oh no, she flew up. No, she flew up. It was 4 attack on Myrtilos. She flew up and you're unconscious. 4 attacks on Myrtilos.
I was gonna say,
Myrtilos already took.
Christ.
I thought he already took his attacks this round because you just said that
right.
he was near
Okay.
death.
Yes, thank you. Okay, no, okay, so he took the damage already. So it looks okay. So that at least still went through.
I believe that it's just the regular harpy's turn now.
Okay, yeah. So I just needed to click. Yeah. No, it's the blue. The blues are dead. Can finally get rid of that. Get rid of this one here. No. Last turn, he was almost dead. Right? Or did I do that this turn? I did that this turn. Okay. Cool. So there's this harpy here. Cool. I need let's have everybody within 300 feet of this harpy give me a DC 11 wisdom save.
How does that affect me being unconscious?
You don't need to make anything.
Okay. Do I not need to make anything because I automatically fail, or do I not need to make anything because I'm unconscious?
Because you're unconscious.
Okay.
He's found our weakness, mind control.
Yeah, right?
No, Eddie does this thing where he always puts somebody out. It's always one person, they just lose their turn constantly through an entire fight.
Well, also he makes wisdom a stat you might want.
Or he just locks you in a box and doesn't put you in the fight at all.
So
you have to RP in a box for an entire 10-round fight.
Myrtilos wisdom save. Myrtilos makes it, and then this one guard that's still alive makes it. So since we only had one person fail, we'll go ahead and mark you as enchanted. That's a little heart there. And then she's going to go ahead and she's gonna fly in the air. So she's gonna be moving up. I'm gonna mark down that she moved 40 feet. So she's flying 40 feet in the air. This one over here also flew.
Okay. Can I consider that? Yeah, alright. That's fine. She's in range of me if I need to.
And then this one over here had also moved 40 feet into the air. After shaking the powder, this is the only one that's still kind of at ground level. And Argos.
Argos somehow managed to resist the threat against his will. Alright. This harpy over here, the owl harpy, if I do my move and then my bull rush, would I be able to target her with the horn attack from the bull rush?
Let's see. 30.
I have the range. It's just if she's flying up or if I have to negotiate around the cart or anything.
Because you only need to use 55, the full 60 in a straight line is more than enough for you to jump off of the cart and do it. So no, you're fine. You can totally make it.
Okay. Then that is what. He's gonna look like that.
Yeah.
Did you just my character?
No,
monster.
No, I was trying to do undo and I accidentally did the wrong thing. So go ahead and move your character.
You ugged my character.
No, I ugged the wrong key press. I was just moving you back because I was just doing the.
All right, next question. If I slap my Leonin friend, will it counter the charm that he's under?
Yes.
Okay. Then
Punch that dude.
so here's what I'm trying to do.
It counts as an action.
I was gonna ask that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so I can't. Well then, he's gonna have to fend for himself because Myrtilos is looking none the best for wear. So yeah, dun dun dun, charge, hit him. He snorts and he kind of like skips over the little thing and does his charge and does the headbutt.
All right.
Gosh, dang it.
Miss.
And misses horribly. And then I am going to as he flings his horns up in the air and catches nothing, he's going to clench his fist with the other hand and pull a rock or some sort of debris.
I believe you've used your bonus action already.
Not as much.
So the attack when you do the horn for the bull rush, you use an action to charge. You hold on. I think you have that written wrong. Let me. Goring Rush, immediately after you use the dash action on your turn to move at least 20 feet, you can make one melee attack with your horns as a bonus action.
This is my stunt. This is the Bull Rush stunt.
No, the Bull Rush stunt. Okay, the Bull Rush action stunt. Oh, I forgot about that. Sorry. My mistake. It's because it's Gore Rush on the other one.
Yeah, they're very, very similar, and I got them confused a couple of times. But no, this is the Bull Rush stunt.
Yeah. Okay. We need to come up with better names, man. We're just.
Hey, I came up with Bull Rush before I even
knew that there was a Gore Rush on the Minotaur.
I did, but I didn't really think about it.
Okay.
Whatever.
So, yeah. Hold on. So it says here, all in line must save versus strength versus being knocked prone. Actually, yeah, okay, so that's just on the last 20 of the charge. So it's only her. Target one creature with the gore attack on a prone target grants a... Okay, so actually I need to make her make the save first. To see if she's knocked prone. And then if she is, then you'll have advantage on the gore attack, which will hit with the 16. So let me see if she fails first, which she does. So you do knock her prone.
I do knock her prone, and that means I get to use the advantage, which gives me the 16.
Exactly. So you do hit, so go ahead and roll the damage on the gore attack, which is 6. Alright. Cool.
All right, so I knock her prone and gore her with that attack, and then I bonus action quicken spell, and a rock jumps up off the ground and shoots at her. She needs to make a DC 14 dexterity save, and since she is prone, that either has advantage or... Probably.
Okay. It's a ranged attack, right, for catapult?
It is a saving throw. It is a DC 14 dexterity save.
Okay. Alright, so, it does not apply disadvantage then. It's... Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so she just, it's a dex save for her. Cool. Yeah, okay. She has +3, so She got a 15.
Okay. Then
So is it just
no
full?
damage.
Oh, no damage. Okay.
No damage.
All right. Yeah. So she She falls. You knock her out of the air. Like you jump off the cart, knock her out of the air with just your sheer presence. Jam your horn into her as you're coming down, hitting her, and then you pull off and you try to catapult into her, but she quickly rolls off the cart and lands on the ground, like right in between the cart here and stuff, and avoids the catapulted rock. Myrtilos finishes his jaunt this way, moving the cart around. Where's the stupid handle? Let's see. Trampling her with it, which takes 4. And then he gets his attacks in on her. Oh yeah, I have the character sheet. Now he's gonna swing twice. Both of them are gonna hit. For 19 damage plus 4, 23 damage. And his second attack. Oh no, she's on the ground, so that's advantage on both. Didn't change anything. But on his second swing, the dumbbell crushes one of her wings, and she's unable to fly anymore.
Cool.
All right, Alexandra.
Okay. Is
Sorry, what?
that? Who is that? The orange square.
Oh, that
It's
is a harpy that is 40 feet in the air.
Okay, I'm gonna make my way over to her with my bow out.
I forgot to continue showing the spread of water here. Alright. She's still in range of the short bow, I believe, so do you want to attack her?
Yes, I will start shooting.
Double check the stats here. Oh, okay. Alright.
I'm sure that hits, right?
Oh, I've been off camera this whole time. Feel silly now. Yeah, that hits. Seven. All right. That also hits. 9. You shoot her twice in the air. She dies and starts falling, breaking the charm.
I'm free.
And
This is a fight, not Therocidal.
all right, Xeon, you are unconscious.
And what does that mean for me?
You're sleeping.
So I don't get to do anything.
Exactly.
Okay. I guess my turn's over then. I don't get a saving throw at all?
Let me double check on it. I don't think so. Let's see. Yeah, no, it lasts until for 10 minutes or until you're woken up.
Okay. I guess I just sit here for 100 rounds.
This goes here. And the cloud lightning bolts over here. Let's see. Dealing 29 damage to Myrtilos, Argos, and Harpy.
Jesus.
He does know that it's one of my. He does know he's like my god and shit, right?
Yeah. He's not really the kind that cares. I did the wrong thing, but Myrtilos is on death saving throws, and Harpy is on the ground, almost dead.
I'm gonna use the feature that my god grants me as part of his boon of being unscarred. I'm gonna reduce that damage.
Alright. What does Myrtilos get? Did we write his down? Thought he had a bunch of stuff written down, but like all his feats seem to be gone.
Oops, that's a D20, not a D12.
Alright.
Ooh, that's even better.
Alright.
12, 13, 14. So, did it by half.
I don't remember what his no, his is Nyxborn. I just don't know what he added to his. Oh no, I think he took accuracy for his stuff. That's why he hits all the time.
And I'm going to shout out, "Praise Karanos for waking me up from my nap. I was almost falling asleep here until you shot me in the ass with the lightning bolt. You wonderful god, you. Now I remember why I worship you and give you reality."
That's why.
A not so veiled threat that if he kills me, he's actually losing part of the people that make him exist.
I'll go ahead and move here.
Alright.
I thought we didn't know that, but
It could be meta, but whatever.
Yeah, the little meta.
I'm going to go ahead and
by a lot.
start firing Eldritch Blast at this harpy here.
Okay, she is 40 feet in the air, flying away. Go ahead. 13 misses. 16 hits.
Alright. Perfect.
Alright.
And then I'll I'll do my bonus action attack with my crossbow.
Alright. 20 hits. 7.
And that's all I got.
Is that? No, not enough yet. Alright. So let's see. This one is going to double move and fly up off the map. And this one is going to double move and crawl away. Oh, actually that only puts her there. Yeah.
Which provokes.
It does. But you miss. Oh no, you have advantage. 14, so you hit.
And I'm going to re-roll that too. And get a 3, so for 9 damage instead.
Alright, no problem. Okay.
And as it's crawling away, I'm going to say, "Where the hell do you think you're going?" And then just walk up as it's crawling away. I'm going to walk alongside of it very slowly. And then give it the super overhand chop. Right on its head with advantage.
Yep. Well, either or.
And I'm going to re-roll that 1. I'll take the 4 instead. So
11.
that's plus 3, so 11.
Alright.
And is it dead yet?
Nope.
Jesus Christ.
Almost though.
I mean, I'm out of. That's it. I'm out of stuff to do. I'm done.
You want a bonus action, like use the horns to like throw her backwards?
I mean, it's not really going to do any damage, is it?
No, but
So,
you can get her. You can
I mean,
get her.
okay,
You can get her
for
closer
effect,
to the thing. Yeah,
just for effect. I'll scoop her up with my horns and toss her. So go ahead and make
what
the
is
save.
it? Yeah, it's a strength save. I believe she fails. So
She
like
fails.
you can just toss her over your head. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
She's closer to the allies now. We get a death saving throw from Myrtilos. And he makes it. Alexandra.
Oh, can I make a minor comment to my god, saying that I would prefer if he targeted people that didn't worship him?
Yeah. Well, he did target the harpy. It's just that you were in the way.
I know. I'm trying to,
Technically,
that's why
AJ.
the suggestion is, Almighty Lord, please, thou art so big and powerful. Please don't strike us dead.
No, it's in Kuranos' character to just go like, man, aren't you full of yourself, and lightning bolt his own worshippers.
No, I know it is, but he can also be persuaded that it's not in his best interest.
So,
But whatever, I'm not bitter.
Yeah.
It's fine. I think it's kind of funny.
I'm not bitter. Super bitter.
Well, I mean, as my hide is scorched off, and I'm like, I have this under control, God. I don't. Thanks for the help. I got this. Don't
There's
really
literally one
need you.
left.
Yeah. You could have targeted the one that was flying up in the air all by itself, where it wouldn't hit any allies, but instead you picked the one where it hit all of the allies.
Or he could have hit me and woke me up. You know, the guy on the floor.
All right.
I mean, we're not necessarily allies.
All right, Charles. I can't hear you, man. Okay, there you are. There you are.
I'm still fighting.
Yeah, there's one on the ground here. And it is a disadvantage to attack with a ranged weapon or ranged attack somebody who's on the ground.
Switch to my glaive. Action surge.
Alright. Get that attack in. That, she's on the ground, so you get advantage, so you get that crit. Roll that damage. That kills her. Let's, how do you do this?
So I'm running and basically pole vault off the end of my spear, leaping into the air, and then right through the heart.
Nice. Fail. Success. Fail. Alright. You guys, so we're gonna keep going with initiative. Xeon is unconscious. This guy moves here. Kronos moves here. And
I'm in the cloud now.
he shoots a let's do that. Does that work? Yeah. Cool. He shoots a differently colored blue bolt of lightning at Myrtilos, which wakes him up.
It's not often that somebody's trying to wake you up with the taser.
And so he'll be at 1 hit point, and then he pulls his finger away.
And I will thank my lord for his mercy.
Okay. And that will be the end of combat.
I'll go and wake up Xeon.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm gonna rush over to Blueberry, to Myrtilos, and
Yeah.
wipe the blood off of him and kind of pick him up a little bit and make sure he's doing okay.
He looks kind of out of it. He's not doing well at all.
Well, I can't really do anything else for him.
Yep.
I'll start
but-
calling for a medic.
Yeah. The guard does
I
come
get up.
over and he goes, "Oh my goodness, what a mighty bunch of heroes you all are."
How many people are left? There was harpies all over this place before my lord brought his mercy to this town.
Toronto's aid was quite helpful.
Yes, it
Alexandra,
was. And
Um.
I pat the little singed fur on my ass and agree that his help was very useful.
It wasn't unuseful.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, as I wake up, I'll pat Thorn on the shoulder, give him a nod, and thank him, and I'll make my way over to the group, I guess.
Yeah, the guard says, "Oh, by the gods, we lost everyone here. Oh my. Hopefully the rest of the city is in better shape." And you guys see that there's like a cloud of harpies kind of flying away. Well, it seems that the harpies have been routed. Please, come by the main city hill hall thing. I'm not good with all the Greek words, guys.
and
Come by there tonight. We'll find all of you a place to rest for the night, so that you can recover yourselves.
Are
Can I
there
recover
are there
arrows?
any temples of healers around here that we could try and save any of these people that are down, or help recover from this attack?
Everybody else, everybody who is not you guys who's down is dead.
Okay.
Just full stop.
Can I recover arrows?
How many did you use?
2.
It hit the one that was flying away, or
No, it's the one that they killed. Or no, yeah, it's the one that flew away.
all right.
I believe 1 hit and 1 missed.
Yeah. Let's see. The one that hit, you don't get to recover. The one that missed, broke.
Okay.
Similar question.
What?
How many arrows?
He's
did I
asking to recover arrows.
Oh, okay. How many did you use?
Charles.
Because I think you used at
I'm
least
looking at,
6.
I'm looking.
1, 2.
Yeah, I was looking through the combat.
Okay. Looks like only 1 will be that you recover, so everything else is not in a recoverable state.
Okay.
I'm gonna gather blood samples from each type of harpy that we fought, because I think we killed one of each at least.
Yeah, you guys have 3. The blue ones, the blue ones that look more human, the other ones that look more bird, and then the owl harpy.
And AJ's character is unconscious, or has he made his saving throws?
No, Karanos resurrected him with 1 hit point.
Okay. I'll cast a Cure Wounds on him.
Because otherwise he was gonna die.
Yes.
So you'll cast
I'll
a
give
Cure
him my
Wounds on
last
him?
cure. Yeah, my
Okay.
last Cure Wounds.
Alright, go ahead and
Give
roll.
me a second.
And alright. So that is the combat portion of the start of the thing.
He gains 6.
I assume you guys are gonna want to do a long rest in town. The rest of the town is recovering. They go ahead and get they call you guys over to the main city hall, where the kind of like the governing body of the city welcomes you in, thanks you all as heroes.
Do I gain piety?
And you guys are now heroes of Data. I'm still gonna I'm supposed to go through and make a nice spreadsheet page about that, but I haven't done that yet. So
Piety?
yes.
Because it said so. One of the things that I gained
Look,
piety from.
I know that there's things. I have not gone through and made my list. Once I do, I'll be going over it. Don't worry about it. Once it's there, I'll go through it. I'm just not gonna do that right now.
Did we start with any piety, or
everybody starts? Everybody starts with 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
So not enough to get any real bonuses yet.
No, you don't start with any bonuses to it. But you guys do have that there. Here's the data. So they invite you guys to stay. They give you room and board for the night. There's some priestesses of Farika give you guys something to help treat the poison powder that affected Xeon, and they give you guys some potions, but the potions don't work, and you guys don't feel any better.
Do I know of any illnesses that can prevent magical healing sources?
You can give me a medicine or arcana check for that.
That would be Arcana for me.
While there are things that do that, there's no indications that you guys are being affected by anything in particular.
Okay.
Because Myrtilos did heal from the cure wounds. Like, his wounds were visibly healed, right?
Yeah, the cure wounds did work.
Okay.
Were they giving us normal healing potions or a specific, like, antidote or something from Farika?
A specific antidote from
Okay.
Pareka, yeah.
I'll go ahead and write that down in my journal notes.
Alright. They do have to come back and clean up the water. Oh, was I
Eddie,
drawing this in the wrong layer?
I would like to take a second and focus my concentration on assessing the location of a planar portal in the area.
Yeah, too far away.
I don't sense anything within a mile?
No.
Okay. Alrighty. Duly noted.
Yep.
As is always my tradition when I visit a strange temple, I'll make a donation of 2 silver, or I'll just make it standard be 1 silver piece
Alright.
for visiting. So I'm going to change that.
Okay. And then,
Oh, go ahead.
no, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to ask if our lodging was in the Temple of Farika or somewhere else.
No, it's somewhere else.
Okay.
Platinum, not silver.
Is
Is there an
there...
armory or something that I would be able to kind of acquire more arrows of some sort? I would ask the remaining guard.
Yeah, there is a place, and as thanks, they give you, like a bundle, which is, 20.
Okay, fantastic.
Anybody else,
Both of us?
yeah, if you want, yeah, they give you a bundle of 20 as well. Anybody else wants to ask? Alright. And, also, so as heroes, they present you guys, with, these medals. You each receive a medal made of bronze, with the symbol of Data, on it. And it's worth 5 gold pieces. You
How do you
can,
spell the city's name?
Deyda.
I will somehow attempt to attach it to my scabbard.
How many gold pieces did you say it was? 5?
5.
Alright.
And
Thank you.
the medal, if you are going to die, you can, the medal will crack, and you will recover with 1 hit point. So if you fail death saving throws and you are about to die, it'll crack and restore you to 1 hit point.
Wow.
That's valuable.
And then it just crumbles to dust and it's gone.
Yes.
Perfect.
Otherwise, you can.
And that happens regardless of our intent. Like, just the first time we get knocked out, it just pops.
No. The first time you get knocked out, you just get knocked out. If you then fail your saving throws to the point that you're
No,
going to die.
I should have meant died. Yeah, but
Yeah.
the first time you die, it just poof works.
Yes, it takes priority
Okay.
over all other spells. So if you're death proofed, it would take priority.
Yeah, so it's basically the hard to kill from the heroic background thing.
Yeah, it uses itself up before any of your other features.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Add that to
Who's the god that's devoted to?
Ephara. Ephara is the goddess of the polis.
Then I will also make a donation to her temple of a silver piece as well, and thanks for her blessing. Because it is her magic that's doing that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then yes.
I take the amulet, look to... Is this particular god in the sky, or like, would I know where to look? Like Mecca, you always look west or whatever?
All the gods would be in the sky. You see them at night, unless they're making their presence known during the daytime. You don't see them, but at nighttime you always see their constellations in the sky. You guys have but yeah, it's Ephara. You guys know where the gods are. Like, you could look up at the sky, and as nighttime sets,
Okay.
you guys can look up at the sky. And as you do, you see the you see the gods up there. There's you see Ephara. You see Farika and Nylea, Erebos, Mogus, Krufix, Clothis, Keranos is up there. Krufix is there in the horizon. Karametra is
literally
there.
amalgamation of stars, but
Yeah.
anyways.
Erois. So yeah, Heliod of course is up there.
Fuck Heliod.
I lift the amulet to the sky. Thank you.
Athreos of course is up there. Let's see. Purphoros. And Thassa. Yeah, those are all the gods you guys see up there.
Fuck Heliod.
I'll take my amulet and wrap it around my wrist, and then tuck it under my gauntlet.
Alright.
Stick mine in my pouch.
Okay.
On my belt.
I'm gonna turn it into a armlet and wear it on my arm.
And I guess I can braid it into one of the braids in my hair.
Alright, sounds good. Sounds good.
I think we're wearing these things like the Autobot symbols, where it's never on the same Autobot at the same place.
Speak for yourself,
Yeah.
I'm not wearing it.
So, but yeah, there we go. You guys sleep in the city there. So long rest, you recover all your hit points. You recover half of your hit dice, that are unspent.
Do we round up or down?
It's round down for almost everything.
Alright. So that means I get one back.
And since we're taking a long rest, I'll go ahead and do this part here. And on this one, we are I was giving you guys experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright.
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
Alright. Let me get my calculator going here. Five of you guys. So that's 880 experience points from the fight, plus another, let's see, 500 for still having one person alive, and an extra 200 for thanking Karanos, for a total of 1580.
Sweet. So 4,050 total.
Huh?
We had 2,470 when we started.
We had 24,070.
Oh, 24th. Yeah, sorry. I missed a zero. 24,700. Oops.
Sorry, how much is it? How much are we adding?
1,580. So you guys had 24. What was it? 24070.
If my math is right, we are 25,650 now.
Correct.
25,650.
Like this.
That's the number that everybody should be at.
Yep.
Okay, 25,650.
Put it in the chat. So you guys can just copy and paste it if you would like.
Alright. Cool beans. I added that to Myrtilos' character sheet. Thank you. Appreciate that, since I'm like taking care of somebody else's character sheet during this. And
Well, now that Josue mentioned that, I guess we go track down the rest of the harpies so we can level up.
well,
We
You're-
only
you're-
missed. Well,
you're-
there was
you're-
a whole cloud
you're-
of them. So.
well, your goal is to find the harpies. Which on the following day, and I assume you guys, when you guys were talking, you talked about like that's why you guys were here in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So the guard
And
that
we're
you, the guard that you guys, the survivor actually comes to you and says that they were able to track the harpies to a lair.
Fantastic.
Did anybody want to pray and meditate on why Karanos favored us with his presence this morning? That was confusing. Did anybody want to pray and meditate with me this morning?
Not at all.
I would not.
Okay.
You're just you're like only one other person gets water breathing. Of course, Myrtilos does as well.
Okay. So we do our workouts and we do a little praying. Would Karanos favor me with any sort of vision while I meditate on his presence yesterday?
So you guys were doing this early morning. Give me an insight roll. No.
Okay. I will continue to ponder until things make sense.
Yeah, no, makes sense.
I will continue meditating on the meaning of Kronos' presence as I go through my day today.
Trying to get rid of all these dead bodies that I added to the map. so
I'd
that
like to look.
when I reuse this map, I don't accidentally have dead bodies, and you guys go, "Oh my god, there's somebody dead here," and I'm like, "You assholes, you know." All right.
So, I assume this little town has shops based on what it looked like before. I
Mhm.
would like to ask around to see if I can find a map of the area. If there might be one. A map should come in handy.
All right. Give me an investigation check.
Fuck.
Hmm.
I rolled a 10.
All right.
It's 13.
Yeah, you let's see, you are able to find somebody who's selling maps. Uh, ah, are there maps you seek?
Indeed. I was wondering if I could get my paws on a map of the local area.
All right. Well, just
Think-
because you did the pun of saying pause on a map, he goes, "Ah, yes, I have just the perfect map for you." And he pulls out a map, and yeah, there it is, a map of the area.
I examine it to see if it's a fitting map worth paying for. Does it
Oh.
seem how detailed is the map?
It's really good, and he says, "Ah, yes, you are witnessing the magnificent work of Papulus Acolos, the cartographer."
I hold up my hand to my chin and tap a claw, thinking and pondering the map of the area, and I say, yes, this should do. How much do you ask for this?
Ah, for you, but a mere gold.
I reach into my pouch and I flip a coin to him with my thumb.
All right. He snatches it up, and he says, "Ah, very good, very good."
And I nod and thank you, thank you, friend. This shall come in handy.
Not a problem.
You
And
have
make sure that if anyone asks, you say that you got the map from Populus Arculus, the cartographer.
Arculus. All right. How do I spell that?
Huh? Oh yeah, here it is. Populous.
Can you type it in the chat for me and I'll just copy it?
Oh sure.
Make this a little easier on us.
Oh sure.
Save us a little time. Thank you.
Do they sell alchemist fire in this town? Alchemist flasks?
No.
Okay. And we've already established that lamp oil is not sufficient.
Not sufficient for what?
If I were to fill up a like clay jar or something and then use it as a projectile to throw at somebody.
The oil in 5E does 5 fire damage.
So lamp oil would work for that?
So, because there's alchemist fire and then there's just oil. So the oil itself lasts 2 rounds, has a range of 20 to 60, a weight of 1, and on hit, the target is covered with oil. If the target takes any fire damage before the oil dries, it takes an additional 5 fire damage. You can also pour an oil flask on the ground to cover a 5-foot square area, and if lit, it burns for 2 rounds, dealing 5 fire damage to any creature that enters the area.
Cool. Can I buy 3 of those? How much are they?
Yes, you are able to buy that, and of course, this doesn't have the fucking price, does it? Give me a moment.
I have player's handbook right here. I'll look it up.
Okay, yeah,
Go ahead
thank
with
you.
what you were doing.
I appreciate it. But yeah, the standard oil from the player's handbook does that already, right?
I just remember because when we were the Sunday game that came up, and there was a difference between the oil there and
no, that oil is the same oil as this that I'm describing. That I'm describing. Like that already is what it does. Like you do it and you
because
the the
they were
alchemist
gonna soak.
the alchemist fire is the thing that on hit they take 1d4 fire damage at the start of each of their turns. Until they make a dexterity save to extinguish. The oil, you have to ignite it.
Right, but weren't we going to soak a bunch of skeletons in the oil and then send flaming skeletons in?
Well,
But we didn't have the right kind of oil.
No, that was fine. You guys could have done that. It's just
Oh.
that somebody talked you guys out of it because it deals the damage to the skeletons, and it would deal enough damage before they got anywhere.
I say do it anyways. It's funny as fuck.
It was more of of the fact that the skeletons would die before it was of use, and we lost him again.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Alrighty. How much longer are we planning on going?
We normally play for another hour. Do you need to go somewhere?
I do. I actually got
Okay.
a new couch, and I need to get it from my parents' place over to my apartment.
I mean, we're kind of like in a nice kind of quiet spot, so we can definitely end early.
If you guys wanted to continue, that's fine with me. I just need to take off.
Yeah, you
I'm
can
okay
go
with
ahead.
stopping here.
Yeah. So we'll just say you guys are going to start on the journey to the Harpy Caverns when we next come back. We can use the downtime of the week and go and chat if you guys want to do any more additional purchases. Just go into the Therosian Tales Discord, and that should do it.
And we are for sure meeting up next week.
Yeah, so next Saturday I'm still off, so I do have the schedule up on the Twitch channel as well, so you can always check there.
All right, cool.
All right,
But,
thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks for,
thank
the
you for
game.
the afternoon. Good times, and
yeah.
See you
see
next
you guys
week.
around.
All right,
Yep.
see you guys.
See ya.
Yep.
Bye. Anybody want to do any post game talk about how things went today?
I liked it. I thought that was really well balanced. If we had fought all of those harpies, it would have been a lot tougher, but we probably would have been okay. But it was nice to have the god actually show up.
Yeah. I actually recorded myself setting this up, and that recording is going to be posted on YouTube in a few weeks. So yeah, you can check that out. I'll post a link in the chat once it goes up. Just so you can see like that. Like I had everything planned to work a certain way, and I had the harpies labeled differently so that I knew like these are like
solid fight.
Yeah, these are actually like half power. These are at higher power, things like that. Like I had a bunch of them at half power, a bunch of them like at full. So
Why were they only at half power?
because they've already been fighting. So there was a bunch that had already been because they had already been fighting, and then there was others that were fresher on the fight, and so they weren't as they didn't need as much power. So
Yeah.
and then I had the element, the rogue element of Karanos just blasting away at the harpies, no matter who was in the way. So yeah, so that was that was all added. So
Yeah, no, that was good. I liked it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
yeah.
Mind control aside.
Well, yeah, but that's
I mean, that's
that's a
just
harpy
D&D.
ability.
That's what
yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, it's just what happens.
it makes us deal with the weaknesses that we've put into our characters.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
healing is really going to be our big shortfall here because we only have one character. Well, no, you have a little bit of healing too, right?
I have some items, but I can't heal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm restricted to items too, other than my things that I can only use on myself, like Second Wind and Unscarred.
Yeah.
So we need to find either some healing potions around, or we need to.
Well, I was thinking of multiclassing to cleric, since
That would be.
that would lean more into the healing part of my god.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
But I'm not sure yet, so we'll see.
Yeah. Blood Hunter has like so many abilities. I don't think in a normal because this is more of a like a heroic level campaign, so I'm a little bit looser with like how much power you guys get. And because of that, like I was like, okay, I'll in these games I'm willing to try like different classes and subclasses and stuff. And I don't think like if I was doing a more serious campaign that I would allow Blood Hunter.
Yeah, Blood Hunters get a lot of utility.
Yeah, it's just like it does everything that everybody else struggles to try to pull off, and it's just built into it, and it's like,
Yeah, I'm actually struggling to decide what actions to take because I just have so many things I can do.
yeah,
Yeah, I feel the same way. I was really disappointed to lose the bonus action maul attack or the gore attack.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I was like, are you doing the hammering horns? Are you doing the hammering horns? Because I'm like, you don't just get to do it. And that's like why I kept asking. And so that's why I was like, okay. But we finally kind of cleared that up.
I just read it the wrong way, I guess, but it doesn't. I mean, I still really like the character, but it changes the whole economy of how to use my bonus actions.
Yeah.
But it's not. I mean, it's not going to matter much longer because, like I said, I'm going to take one more level. Next level, I'm going to take sorcerer, so that'll give me some area, some bonus damage for spell casting.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to put 3 more levels into fighter to get that extra attack.
You need so you're what level fighter? 2?
2. Fighter 2, sorcerer 5.
Okay.
So I'm going to go to sorcerer 6 first, so I get the area effect lightning bonus.
Oh yeah, that's so good.
And then I'll go to fighter 5 to get the bonus attack and also the fighter subclass.
Yeah.
And then I'll just stay on fighter for as long as the game lasts, if it even lasts long enough for me to be able to do this.
Yeah. Well,
I
plus
hope it does.
it's a little bit easier for me to pull off things because like you guys are heading to the thing that solves the adventures. So next week you guys should be done.
I know it's really simplistic, but I kind of enjoy like just the.
Yeah.
You know, it's not super complicated, but it can grow into something really complicated. You know, because we start interacting with other NPCs, and you know, all of a sudden we have rivals, and you know, the story can rather than having it like scripted from the start, and like having all because like the modern campaign was really story weighted at the front end.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right, and
this is less story weighted at the front end, so it seems like it's developing more naturally. If that makes sense.
I'm literally just not including anything. Like I just have whatever the adventure is, and that's it. I'm doing my best to not add anything extra. You guys talk to somebody, I do write that down, but they don't fucking matter at all. I'm not planning. Like with the modern campaign, I had a lot of it kind of like penciled in, and I was creating a lot of different things that you guys could like follow for. But for this, I'm like, when we're done with this adventure, I'm just like, okay, when the next adventure starts, is going to have the entire cycle of call to action and everything. And I'm not going, like, I'm not seeding other adventures early so that you guys will naturally run into them later, and have it make sense. I just, whatever it is that's happening, everything that you're running into and is happening has to do with this adventure and nothing else. I'm not doing anything else. It's not extra. And what was happening, especially with the modern campaign, was that you guys were confusing things from one adventure to another.
I got really confused because I had like 3 or 4 different story threads that I had like, woven all together in the completely most wrong way.
Yeah, and it's like nothing there. Like there were so many things that were just like not connected and had nothing to do with anything. But was incidentally kind of like pinging because it happens to be happening at the same time. And so
we all were just weaving those all together, and it got crazy.
Yeah, and so because of that, it's sort of like, okay, not everything is connected, not everything is there. And so because all I'm trying to do is, so when you come across the other thing later in a separate adventure, you'd be like, oh, right, that did happen at this point, or this is something. Which is normal story writing, is you put the thing there early and then later on you go, oh, that's why. But if I do that, when we're talking about 10 adventures or quote unquote 10 books worth of things happening, and you have so long in between adventures, and because of how things are happening just in that first, we didn't even make it past Sunday. We started on a Thursday and we didn't make it past Sunday, right?
I really don't. I think that we need to give that another shot. Not right away.
Yeah.
But like, there's so much there, and I was all on board for it to work. I really was, and it just got too confusing, I guess.
Part of the thing is too is that the whole point of the narrative, as I was constructing it, because you guys were starting at Adventure 0, Level 1, and kind of like a pseudo Level 0 because you were just discovering your Level 1 powers, was that the thing that you were aiming for is you guys do become adventurers. You guys do start world hopping and having that be the thing you do. And maybe leave this world behind permanently. Maybe you stay. I don't know. Because there was going to be things pulling you away and pulling you back as things happen, and depending on what you guys start deciding. But the idea was that you were going to lead up into that kind of epicness, and by doing so, you guys were going to develop things a certain way. But you were starting at level 1. And so I was trying to start you guys small. You're just dealing with a local breach. Hyper local breach, just that. And I felt like maybe it was so I don't know, like that's all it was. Like it was a very, like, narratively speaking, that was very simple. You just had a demon show up, and he tried to bring over more of his kind, so that they could live there.
I mean, if we had just, all right, see you later, Charles.
Bye.
If we had stopped and just restarted and said, you know what, we're gonna go back to session 1, 0, start over again. Yeah. I think it probably would have worked. I think we started off with too many things that we didn't quite understand.
Yeah.
And bad expectations and bad understanding of dynamics, and just there was plenty of failures for everyone to be concerned. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Like, it just didn't work.
Yeah, there was a lot of things that I was like, no, I should have done this, or I should have verbalized this more. Because it was pretty clear to me that as you guys were planning things, everybody I felt like everybody was planning for their characters to be in Shadowrun.
That's what I was kind of picturing.
Right. Okay.
Personally.
Yeah. See, I was right, and it was and I was so specifically not doing that kind of environment, and I was trying to. I think I even said this is not Shadowrun at some point.
Who knows? You probably did.
Because I was very much trying to avoid that. I was trying to kind of lead, like maybe as you guys were reaching like the 7th adventure, that it would start being like that. But I think
and I was expecting that basically from like session 2, because like when we were talking before the game started, you're like, yeah, you're gonna be 0, but you're gonna level up fast, and then you'll have all of your abilities. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then we get like 3 or 4 in. It's like, wait a minute, you mean I can't do any of this stuff?
Yeah, because it had to do with the effluvium and the unlocking of the effluvium, and like, you guys, you guys, like, I'm like,
that's what I mean. It's now I get it. Like now I understand. Like that's what I mean. It's like if we just started over right now, then I would be perfectly okay, because I would know exactly what to expect. I would understand how the mechanics are working together.
And the thing is that this entire thing it's like it's actually more like Dresden Files or Harry Potter than you guys were first experiencing because of the location you guys were at. And so I was thinking that if we do start again, I might actually just start you guys from the Shadowlands. And that's something. Here, actually, let me switch this over to recording over to this other window here. So if I go to Children of a Lost Star and I go to the Gazetteer and then go to the Languages by Country, which has the map. So on the map in the modern campaign, there's these areas called the Shadowlands, or something like that, mostly covering like Australia, the Pacific Islands of like Hawaii and those areas, and like Greenland, and that area. Those areas are actually dominated by magical people, and they literally are hidden from the human world. And
so you would have started us there and then brought us over to the mundane world, where all of a sudden we're stripped of our powers.
Right.
And it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because now we have to navigate in this world where we are powerful beings, but we don't have our powers.
Yes.
That would have made so much. That would have made so much sense.
Yeah. So going back into it, because that was supposed to be the high level area.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was supposed to like get you guys there and have you guys go like, oh my god, like let's try and exist here, or let's continue to exist back home. Even though it's getting harder and harder to hide the fact that I'm a scaly dragonborn, because as you rank up and the fluvium has less effect on you, you look
more like your natural self.
Yeah. And so you would almost be driven away to it, or you would almost like create a pseudo existence of superheroes. Which I was trying to hint at with like the normal people being quote unquote superheroes, like the Batman type, and then have you guys kind of become like the practically the Superman and Aquaman of the world.
Yeah, no, I mean I get it.
Yeah.
It just sometimes you go on a date and it just doesn't work. It's nobody's fault. It just doesn't work.
So I think maybe when we go back to it, we go and we start in the Shadowlands and go from there. I really do.
I like that. I like that a lot, because it gives perspective.
Yeah.
And it allies people's expectations, so that they don't feel like they're missing something. They feel like they need to get it back. It just changes the perspective a little bit.
Yeah.
It's great.
But like I said, it was more of a building the mystery to it than the you know, and so because again, I was going for much more RP focused thing, and I thought that we could like build up to it. So, but
Hey, you know.
yeah, but I need to construct a new narrative to go from Shadowlands to, like, you know, to through the effluvium. Like, why would anybody want to risk being made human from what they are?
Yeah. I mean, but
So,
there's so much there. I mean, they could be banished. They could be, you know, they could have run out on their own because they're trying to save their life. They could, you know.
but whatever
All
it is,
sorts of tropes you can use.
yeah, but whatever it is, I would need everybody to be on board with the same thing. So we'd have to have a session 0, like 1,000, like probably a few session zeros with the way this group works.
Yeah.
Just to kind of get started.
Yeah, I've been putting together another small campaign recently, and I wanted to do like a jailbreak scenario where all of the, like that just be the whole campaign as a jailbreak. But you guys are either like prisoners of war or else you're all criminals that have been sent to like. Have you seen the movie Papillon?
I actually have not. Butterfly?
It's a really good movie with Dustin Hoffman. It's from the 70s, and it's about this guy who goes to this like not South American, I think Indo-Chinese like prison island. It's a really good movie.
Okay.
Anyways, so the idea would be you're all a group of criminals sent to this small like prison island, you know, like a 5 miles across by like a mile long or something like that. And you have to, so you're put there, level 1 with nothing on, but you know your shirt and a pair of pants, and you get a toothbrush and a towel, and then they kick you out of the guard area, and it's like, now go do stuff. So the general idea would be like try to figure out a way to escape from the island.
Right.
You know, you've been sentenced to death, and there's only like, let's say, 1 ship or 2 ships a year or something that come in. So you either have to escape or you're gonna die. But it just, I don't know. It's good. I like it. I'm having fun with it.
All right, sounds great. And then, like I said, if you can go on the Twitch, like, at least like do a follow on me there, so that because I need to build up to 50 followers, and things like that. So I'm trying to get everybody in the group to at least do that.
Yeah.
And yeah. No. So this is good. This is good. I think we're. I think the changes to the modern campaign will at least make it work better, especially because I'm essentially going to be rebuilding it so that when we're back in person, we'll try it again.
Yeah. Whenever that happens.
Yeah, well, hopefully it'll give me enough time to plan.
Oh, it should. You're probably going to have another 6 months before we can actually do anything.
Oh, yeah. We're so great at self-isolation, aren't we?
I mean, it's getting to the point where it's just normal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, there's whole series that I've watched on Netflix that I've already forgotten that I've watched. And then when I remember that I've seen them, it's like, oh yeah, I watched that while I was in quarantine. Like, I watched all 4 seasons of Westworld, or 3 seasons of Westworld, whatever it is.
Oh,
like
gosh.
back to back. And that was like 3 months ago. And you know where I was when I watched all those? Fucking right here.
Oh man, yeah. And you know what's funny? Because I've been trying to get so many things off the ground, I have not been catching up on a lot of different shows and stuff. There's my list queue is actually just as big as it was. Like I haven't like seen a lot. But yeah, there's like a lot of I had a lot of influences for the modern campaign that I didn't even mention to you guys yet, just because like I know we're going back to it and I want to still be able to use it, because there was like a lot of really neat ideas that I enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but like, I don't really. I know the difference between a fourth wall. You know, it doesn't bother me to see what's
yeah,
going on behind the screen. That doesn't like diminish what I think is, it actually makes it better because you get to see, the working parts at the same time.
yeah, right,
So, I mean, I know how to separate what my character knows from what I know. Not most of the time,
yeah.
you know.
But yeah, no, it's just one of those things because I have whatchamacallit, it's just more because like it shows too much of what the plot is, and like I said, the whole a lot of what I want to do with the modern campaign is more about that discovery and that mystery for you guys. You know, like with the Theros campaign, we're using the book, and so and a lot of the people involved know the storyline of Theros. Like Charles knows enough about Theros, and Andrew knows enough about Theros, just like from the Magic the Gathering side of it, and Josue as well. So I think the ones that are most in the dark would be like AJ and you.
Yeah, I know nothing about it, so.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody else plays Magic the Gathering and knows about Theros and knows enough about like the different things that they're like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here. Um, so I'm really hoping that one of these days while you're jogging, you get that insight roll higher than you have been. It's not.
It was the first time. It was only the first time I actually got to do it.
No, you did it. You did it. Back in Myrtilos as well.
I don't think I rolled for insight on that one though.
Oh no, it was like I asked you for a roll there.
Yeah.
For while you were doing the jog, and you failed it on that one as well. So, but yeah, it's actually happened twice now. So I'm actually I'm actually like,
Yeah. Well,
uh,
dice are dice, man. Can't do anything about it.
I mean, you guys have the information, so it's just a question of whether you guys figure it out or if you guys need to have your characters figure it out.
Well,
That's the nice thing about that's the nice thing I feel about dice rolls, because it's sort of like you can figure something out, right? Like you can, and
Right.
therefore you are your character, so your character figured it out. But
right.
if
But that
you
doesn't account for an 8 intelligence.
but if you're having trouble figuring something out and you roll well, then your character figures it out, which means you figured it out as well. So it's
Right.
it's just a full advantage because
Yeah.
either you yourself figure it out or your character does.
Exactly. Which is why like nobody ever puts anything into intelligence and wisdom because you don't need those rolls. It's just dice.
Yeah.
Because
But
you change the DC based on how close to the suggested course of action the person gets. So you don't need the bonuses.
yeah. But getting the bonuses helps you against low rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting the bonuses helps on low rolls.
Yeah. Because if you roll an 8,
It's just that, yeah. But that's what I mean. It's like it doesn't like that's why a low intelligence. Like if I can think of the right thing to do, I still take that -3 penalty.
well, no. But if you think of the right thing to do, you can do it, right?
Well, if I know that I can. So hey, DM, is that a door? I don't know. Tell me. I looked like I rolled a 2. I don't think that looks like a door.
Well, no. If you, that's not how that works, though. Right? Like if you
Well, it's
yourself,
very simplified.
well, right. But like if you're like, oh, the the ooze on the blood thing on the ground that became a person was the person, and it's just a thing that's transforming, right? And if you figured that
Mm-hmm.
out, right, like then you figured it out. Like that's something you figured out, and you can have your character think that already, and if it's correct, then it's correct, and you don't have to roll for it. Like
Right.
like your character knows that because you know that, and there's no reason for you to roll because that's the reality you're choosing to believe in. And
Right.
if it's the correct if it happens to be the correct reality, then that's what it is. And you don't have to do it. You don't have to gimp yourself by having your character roll. But if you think it's something, or if you don't realize something, and then you have your character roll, and your character doesn't roll well, then you're like, well, okay, he doesn't figure it out either. But if you can't
Mm-hmm.
figure something out and you roll and your character rolls well, then your character figured it out, and you didn't have to.
Oh yeah. Right. I get what yeah, of course.
Yeah. So I just view it as a 100% bonus um to have higher stats there, because then like I can mess up, but I can just have my character do it for me.
Right.
So
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah. It's just that, like, yeah, with some things, like, I don't know, every DM is different. I'm sure there's other DMs where it's sort of like, it's more like, yeah, no, okay, you figured this out, let's find out if your character did roll. And it's but like, all of a sudden your character, you have to play your characters extra dumb because they rolled poorly on something that you already knew was going to happen. So there, and I always think it's
Yeah,
kind of
but
weird. Like rolling perception to see if you see something, um, and rolling low just means you didn't notice the thing. It doesn't mean you're suddenly blind, right? Like it,
right.
and so it's like every once in a while, like some things are like,
Well, I think that yeah, no, I agree with what you're saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
um,
Sometimes I feel like a little bit of color needs to be added. I mean, you kind of have to take the circumstances, the wider view into effect, and be like, yeah,
yeah.
fine.
No, I agree with that as well. Like I had a campaign where, like 10,000 arms came out of the moon, and one person rolled really low on their perception check. So they saw all the shadows moving. Everybody saw the shadows and looked up. They saw the shadows moving and looked down at the shadows. They rolled low, so they're looking at the shadows. Everybody else is like, "Oh my god, there's 10,000 hands!"
Right.
He's just like, "Oh look, there's all these shadows on the ground. Isn't that weird? Look at all these shadows." Just that makes sense. It's like they noticed, and he noticed a different aspect of it. And I lost connection with you again. Alright, I am going to end the stream though. Thank you everybody who watched. There's no questions in the chat. So but if you're watching this on YouTube, please comment, like, and subscribe, and support me on Patreon. And if you want to watch more games, I have a D&D campaign Saturdays and Sundays. See you guys later. Bye bye.